Awesome. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Up and Moving. My name is Jamie. I'm a master's student in the Kinesiology and Integrated Physiology program at Michigan Tech. And I'm usually in charge of the Tuesday workouts. And on Tuesdays, it's high intensity Tuesdays. So we like to get our heart rate up, get a good workout with some strength, some aerobic work in a short period of time. So we're going to go, it's interval training. So we're going to be doing work, take a rest, work, rest, work, rest. I think today we're at a 30-second on, 20-second off work to rest ratio. So before we get into our warm-up, anything you might need for today, if you have dumbbells or cans of soup, gallons of water, we have some lateral raises, so you might want to do those weighted. You don't have to. And another thing is you might want to use a backpack. If some people I know have a medicine ball, you can also do it with the dumbbells, but we're going to be doing some thruster work. So a little bit of squats with weights to overhead pressing. Again, you don't have to use them with weights, but you can. A chair or an ottoman, something without wheels, something that has a solid base to support so you don't slip out. And then today, everyone should have some walls, but if you have a sturdy wall in your house, we're going to be doing some wall sits. There's a variation that doesn't use a wall, but if you do have a wall or open space in your wall, we have some wall sits. So I'm going to give everyone a chance to go round that stuff up, and then we'll get into a warm up. And of course, water. Hydration is important. It gets a little sweaty here on Tuesdays, so get some water. Make sure you have that ready to go. All right, let's get into our warm-up. So we're going to start with a little jog in place, or if you have the room, jog in a circle, jog back and forth, whatever you need to do, but just get a little jog, get yourself moving, get the blood flowing, get your muscles loosened up. Some of us might have been sitting all day. We haven't used our legs yet. If you want to shake out your arms too, give your arms a shake, relax the shoulders. And then while you're still moving your feet, if possible, cross one arm in front of the other. And switch arms. And switch again. And switch back. Then from there, we're going to go into high knees. Now you can go either quick high knees, or you can go just one after the other. Completely up to you. You can do a high knee skip. And if your knees don't come up that high, that's okay. Just raise them if possible. Just raise them a little bit higher than you were in your run. And then from there, we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do butt kicks. So if you can, try to kick your butt. You don't have to kick your butt. If your heel doesn't touch your butt, that's okay. You just want little kicks. If you want to do it one at a time, and if you need to be supported, you can do it supported as well. All right, so from there, let's warm up our upper body a little bit. Let's start with some little mini arm circles. And let's get bigger. And bigger. Until they're as wide as we can get with control. Really opening up the shoulders, the chest. And then let's reverse it. Let's reverse it starting small. So now we're starting small. We're going the reverse direction. And we're getting wider and wider once again. Opening those arms up, opening the chest up. And then we're going to cross. Cross one arm in front of the other. Cross, cross. Try your best on when you open wide at the end. Feel those shoulder blades squeeze together. And then you cross in front. All right, let's do some quarter squats to warm up our glutes, our quads. So feet hip width apart. All we're going to do is we're just going to drop our butt back slightly. So we have a slight bend in our knees and come up. Slight bend in your knees, come up. If you're someone that's concerned about your knees going over your toes, be cognizant of that. If you're not, don't worry about it. It's okay if the knees track over the toes. That's what they're there for. And now you can go quick, or you can just go slow and controlled. I'm going to go slow and controlled today. I had a tough morning workout, so my legs are a little bit wobbly. Now your hands can be on your hips, behind your head, on your chest, wherever you want. You have them in front if you want. It's completely up to you. All right, so now those quarter squats are done. Grab something for support if you want. You can do this without balance. We're gonna do a little bit of calf raises. So on our standing, feet about fist width apart. All we're gonna do, chest up, we're gonna come up onto our toes and come down. So to our toes, squeeze the calf, come down. If you wanna have some support, just for a little bit of extra balance, you can as well. Hold at the top, and now you feel those calf muscles activate. Feel a little bit in the hamstrings as well. All right, we have 2 more exercises for our workout. Some external rotation. One of my favorites, really gets the shoulders open. So hands, arms glued to your side, elbows at 90. And then what we're going to do is, keeping those arms glued to your torso, we're going to open up our hands. We're going to squeeze our shoulder blades together. We're going to squeeze our shoulder blades together and come down. Try not to let your shoulders shrug. Try to keep your shoulders down and squeeze. So we're going to open our shoulders. This is great if someone's been sitting and they've been in a rounded, hunched over posture. This just helps open. Try to do a little bit to counteract all that sitting that for us that have been stuck at home or our students have to do. All right, last one, trunk twist, my favorite. Feet hip width apart, hands on your hips. You have them on your chest, behind your head if you want. All we're going to do is, keeping our hips forward, we're just going to rotate to one side, feel a stretch in our shoulders and our back, and then come rotate back. Now we don't want to go too far where our back's screaming at us. We just want to feel a light stretch and then rotate. Light stretch and then rotate. 2 more. All right, if you need a drink of water, get a drink of water. I'm going to explain the 3 exercises we have in the first block, and then we'll get into it. We have, I got to check my timer, but we're going to be going through each 3 times each, and 30 seconds on, 20 seconds off. Now, our first exercise is a thruster. So we've done this one before if you were with us every Tuesday. I'll show the most advanced variations, and then I'll show some of the more scaled down options. So using a weight, if possible, what's going to happen is you're going to come into a squat. Then from there, you're going to extend and push up with the weight. So it's a squat into a shoulder press. Going to show that from the side. So squat into a shoulder press. Now you can scale it down of course, by not using weight or reducing the range of motion. So instead of having a deep squat, you can do a quarter squat like we practiced in our warm-up and come up, quarter squat and come up. If you want, you can just come up to your toes, touch the sky. Come up to your toes, touch the sky. Those are variations. Obviously, the more weight you do, the more intense it's going to be. But as fast you go, more difficult it's going to be. So that's exercise number 1. Exercise number 2 is going to be a wall sit. So if you have a wall or a support beam like I do, all we're going to do is we're going to come back flat against the wall, feet flat on the floor, come down to 90 in the most advanced variation, and we're going to hold it for 30 seconds. Now, the deeper we go, the harder it's going to be. So if you're only at quarter, you're still going to feel it in your quads, but it's not as intense. Now, the lower you go, the more intense it's going to be. If for some reason you don't have a wall, maybe there's a couch or something in the way, you can still do an isometric squat hold, but you just don't have the wall. Or if you have your chair, you can use your chair as support. So same thing, you can just stand and you can squat. Now my legs are already screaming, and you can go all the way down, or you want to use support, same thing. Hold yourself for 30 seconds. Now our last one is we're going to get into a core. So what we're doing is we're doing a total body or an upper body, lower core. Our core exercise, we've done this one before. It's the dead bug. So we're gonna come all the way down to our back, feet up at 90, arms straight, opposite arm, opposite leg extends. Try not to let our back arch. I don't want to be able to fit a hand under my back. Now the variations for this. Now you can either have one foot at a time, one leg at a time, or you want to keep your feet flat in the ground. You can go arm, arm, foot, foot. There's many variations that you can do with the dead bug. So you need to try to choose whichever ones works for you. Let me get my timer ready. And then we're going to hop into it. Okay, 30 seconds on. 20 times each. All right, we're beginning in 10 seconds. We're starting with the thrusters in 3, 2, 1. Let's begin. Find a rhythm that works for you and stick to it. Watch your breathing. Exhale as you push up. Inhale on the way down. Exhale on the way up. Find that rhythm, find that beat. 5 seconds. Great job, everyone. 3, 2, 1. Awesome, awesome job. 20 seconds rest. And now we have our wall sit. In 10 seconds. And remember, the deeper you go, the harder it is. Now, hands on your quads. That makes it easier. Your hands on your head. It's going to make it a lot harder. 3, 2, 1. All right, wall sit. Oh yeah, these ones are good. Try to find a good breath pattern that you can keep. I don't want to hear inhale with control, exhale with control. Breathe. You got this. You're almost there. We have 5 seconds left. 2, 1, and come up. Great job. You got a little bit of time. Come down to our backs. We have our dead bugs. My legs are already feeling it. All right, we got 10 seconds before 30 seconds of dead bugs. Remember, try to keep that back flat. Don't arch it. Our head can come off the ground a little bit, but we don't want to strain our neck, all right? Let's begin. Same thing, with control on our dead bugs, try to rock it through it. You'll get more out of it if you focus on a good control lengthen and good control shorten. So on the way down, in control, on your way up with control. 10 seconds left. 2, 1, great job. All right, set one. Set one is done. If you need to get a drink, get a drink. We're going back to our thrusters. All right, 3 seconds. 2, 1, let's begin. Finding that breath, pushing through those feet. If you want to come onto your toes as you extend, come onto your toes. Touch the sky, touch the ceiling. 2, 1, and rest. Good job, good job. Gearing up for those wall sits. I know the wall sits get tough. Five seconds. 2, 1. Here we go, and hold it. Trying to keep that back glued to the wall. If you're really feeling adventurous, hands on the head. Now you got nothing supporting except your feet. Whew. Quads are screaming today. You got this, you got this. 10 seconds left. Come on, came all this way. Don't quit. 3, 2, 1, and come up. Great job, great job. Now back to our back for some dead bugs. 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's begin. Keeping that back flat. Also keeping that back flat will help us anteriorly tilt our pelvis, which will help turn on a little bit more of our abdomens and also help get a great stretch through our hip flexors. If you've been sitting all day, boy, do you need some hip flexor stretching. I mean, I know I do. 3, 2, 1. Great job, great job. Come up. That's set 2. We got one more set left. We have 13 seconds. We're back to our round of final thrusters. 3, 2, 1. Let's begin. Great job, great job. Extend when you come up. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Whew. Wall sits, wall sits. Now, if your legs are burning, you're not feeling it, don't worry. You don't have to do every set. Just do what your body tells you. Listen to your body. If you can work through everyone, even better. Okay, we got 3 seconds into our last one of wall sits. 2, 1, and hold it. Whew. If you're not on the wall, just doing standing isometric squat holds, equally as challenging. Same thing, think about your breathing. The more you think about the breathing, the less you're thinking about your legs. 5 seconds, inhale, exhale, 2, and that's it. 30 seconds done. Onto our backs for our last round of dead bugs. My heart's racing, I'm already sweating. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and dead bugs. Great job. Keeping that core engaged, stretching through the shoulders, through the hip flexors. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Great job. Set 1 or block 1 is done. Get a drink. We have a little bit of a longer rest. We have about 2-minute rest. And then we'll get into our second group of exercises. And I'll demonstrate them. Whew. So our first one is we're doing standing lateral raises. So using the dumbbells, the soup, or the water, or you know what, if you don't want to use weight, you don't have to use weight. And all we're gonna do is we're gonna stand, dumbbells are hands in front, and our palms are gonna be facing each other. All we're gonna do is keeping a little slight bend in our elbows. We're gonna raise our arms up to shoulder height and come down with control. So I don't want to see our arms relax. Come up and come down with control. So that's our first one. Second one. Forgot what I was going to put. Oh, that was right. Second one. We're just going to be lunges in place. Now, if you want to hold the dumbbells, you can. We're going to be doing a forward lunge, backwards lunge. So we're going to take a step forward, lunge forward, lunge back. We're going to switch legs. Lunge forward, lunge back. Now, the deeper you go and the wider you go, so you take a big, deep lunge, it's going to be more intense. If you take a more shallow, narrow lunge, it's going to be less intense. And you can do this supported. So if you want to use the chair to help you, you can as well. And our final one, there's a couple of variations. Again, with core. Now, you can do mountain climbers with the chair, or mountain climbers on the floor, or you can do Spider-Man. So our Spider-Man is keeping a plank position, knee, elbow, knee, elbow. And you can do that on the chair as well. Knee, elbow, or if you want, you can come to the tall part of the chair or a wall, and you can go knee, elbow, knee to elbow. So those are our variations. They're all gonna work your core muscles. You just gotta choose whichever one's right for you. All right, so we're gonna start with the lateral raises, the forward backwards lunge, and then we have our mountain climbers or our knee elbows, or Spider-Man, whichever one you wanna call them. All right, 3 seconds, 2, 1, lateral raises, let's begin. Working those shoulders. Try to keep your shoulders down, so don't shrug them and come up. Keep your shoulders down, relaxed, and you're raising from the elbow and the outside, so your delt muscles. But we're not shrugging coming up. We're keeping our trap muscles, so our shrugging muscles down. 2, 1, and rest. Great job. Now, if you want to keep the weight in your hands for the lunges, you can. If you want to go just body weight, you can as well. Forward, backwards, switch. Forward, backwards, switch. All right, 3 seconds. 2, 1, and let's begin. So forward, and backwards, switch. Forwards, backwards, switch. So a little bit of coordination, a little bit of rhythm, a little bit of strength, a little bit of cardio, a little bit of everything. Two seconds, 1, and rest. Great job. Okay, so now we have mountain climbers or Spider-Man. You can choose the variation. If you're on the floor, it's going to be the hardest. If you're on the wall, it's going to be the easiest, but that's okay. Everyone has their own different levels of easy and hard. All right, 3, 2, 1, let's begin. Almost there. 5 seconds. 2, 1, and rest. Great job. That's set 1. Whew. 2 more sets. Timer's good. All right, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Lateral raises. Shoulders down. Lift. You don't have to come any higher than 90 or shoulder height. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Great job. Building those shoulders. Boulder shoulders. Here we go. We got the front, forward, backwards lunge. Three, 2, 1. Let's begin. Oh, I went backwards, forwards. That's all right. Let's switch back, forward, backwards. Five seconds. 2, 1, and rest. Mountain climbers or Spider-Man. Now, if you want to switch, you did Spider-Man's first, you want to do mountain climbers now, perfect. That's what I'm going to do. If you want to go vice versa, you can. Or if you want to stick with the same one all the way through, that works as well. 2, 1. Let's begin. Ten seconds. 5, 2, 1, and rest. Whew. One more set. Oh man, I am definitely sweating today. Five seconds. 3, 1. Let's begin. Feel it in the shoulders. Keep those down. You know, if you can't raise your arms that high, that's all right. Just raise them as high as comfortable. Almost there. 5 seconds. 2, 1, and rest. All right, our lunges coming up. Forward, backwards, or backwards, forwards, whatever order you decide to choose. 7 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's begin. Eight seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, last set. Spider-Man, mountain climbers. Three seconds. 2, 1, and begin. If your knees don't touch your elbow, that's all right. If they come up way farther, that's even better too. 10 seconds. 5, 2, 1. Whew. And rest. Get some water. We have a little bit of finisher, so something a little different. If you're with us most Tuesdays, let me just reset my timer. So we're on a nice quick break. Catching your breath. We have a little bit of some finishing exercise. So 2 exercises. Again, we're gonna go 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. So our first one is gonna be a wide, narrow squat. So we're gonna start feet just a little bit wider than hip width. Now again, if it's too wide for you, you gotta find kind of the intensity and the width that works. Same with how deep you squat. So we're gonna do a wide squat, pop up, do a narrow squat, pop out. Now, if you want to just do a wide squat, step your feet in, narrow squat, step your feet out, you can as well. If you want to just do one squat continuous, you want to do it supported, it's completely up to you. Those are our variations. And then our last one we're going to finish with, so we have that. And then we hit this last week, it's called climb the ladder. So all you're going to do is pretend there's a ladder in front of you, and you got to climb to the top of the ladder as fast as you can. Now, again, the higher you bring your arms, higher you bring your knees, the more intense it is. And the speed is also going to dictate the intensity. Okay, so we have 1 minute of rest left. We have 2 exercises. We're going through it 3 times each, and that's it. So that's a little finisher. Get the heart rate up before bed, or before dinner, I should say. Get a nice little burn in the legs and the lungs. Now, don't push yourself too hard. I know sometimes high intensity gets a little too high intense. So you know what? If you can just sit out around. That's perfectly okay with us here at Up Moving. We just want everyone to try to be as physically active as possible, but we don't want anyone to overexert themselves. 25 seconds. Soak in this rest because this finisher is a little tough. All right, 15 seconds. We have our wide, narrow squats, or wide and narrow squats. 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's begin. Over halfway. Find that rhythm with your feet. Find that rhythm with your breath. 5 seconds. 2, 1. Whew. Whew, whew, whew. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and rest. Oh man, feeling it in the legs. All right, we climb that ladder. It's a race to the top. Who's gonna win? 3 seconds. 2, 1. Let's go. And climb each rung. A little bit, you can breathe. You can breathe a little bit quicker because you're really moving. Great job, 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Woo, woo. All right, one done. 2 more rounds to go. All right, 10 seconds. We're back to our squats. If it's a little too much, you want to skip this one out, you can skip it out. You can join us at the end of the cool down or the next round, all right? Wide and narrow. 2, 1, let's begin. Deep in your squat as you want. If you want to go low, go low. If you want to go shallow, go shallow. If you want to go quick, go quick. You want to take it a little bit slower, take it a little bit slower. 5 seconds. 2, 1, and rest. Whew, great job. Back to the ladder. Oh. Fireman training. Get back to the ladder, we gotta climb it. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's climb the ladder. Come on. Let's get to the top. Who's gonna get there first? Keep going, keep going. Halfway. Five seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Whew. One more set, and we are done for the evening. One more round. 10 seconds. Wide, narrow squats. 3, 2, 1. Let's begin. Seconds down. 10 seconds left. 5, 3, 2, 1. Woo. Those are done. Say goodbye to the wide narrows. All we have is the ladder. We are done for this evening. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's begin. Come on. This is it. 30 seconds and we're done for the day. Climb that ladder. Climb that ladder. You can see the top. It's almost there. Halfway, over halfway. Come on. Here we go. Finish hard. Finish hard. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And whew, you're done. Give yourself a round of applause. Pat on the back. Whew. That was finisher. Whew. It was pretty good. Oh, I'm working, that's for sure. So get a drink, catch your breath, and then we'll go through a nice cool down. Stretch it out, help our body recover, help our heart rate get back to normal. So we can do this. It's gonna be pretty easy. You can do it either walking around or you can stay completely still. For me, I like to keep moving a little bit after a workout, so I'm just gonna cross my arm. I'm gonna stand in place. We're gonna hold each stretch for a little bit longer than we did in our warm-up. Quick reminders for everyone, we have workouts Thursday, Friday, Saturday this week. Saturday is our 100th episode of Up and Moving, 100th workout, if you'd say. Switch arms. So as a celebration, we're doing a virtual 5K. I know the email went out yesterday. It's a virtual 5K. Now you can do this 5K, a real 5K outside or on the treadmill, or you can just join us for a simulated 5K workout where we go through a lot of different exercises and we have a great group of fun. But if you're gonna run outside at 10 a.m., our normal workout time, we're having a check-in. So you check in, a meet and greet. We're gonna run through a warm-up, and then everyone's gonna choose if they wanna stay on or go do their own separate thing. Switch arms. Now we're gonna do a tricep, hand, shoulder blade, other hand on the elbow, we're gonna push down gently. So we'd love to see you there. We're hoping to try to get 100 people for a 100th workout. There are some prizes if you register on the website at www.upandmoving.org. If you register, you can get a t-shirt. It's going to be a fun workout. I'm looking forward to it. Switch arms. I believe I will be running 5K on a treadmill throughout the whole workout. So that was what I was assigned to do. I know we have Corey, our yoga girl, on Friday, is going to be doing a run outside. Isaac's going to be doing a brisk walk and run. So we're all doing something. And then Ari's going to lead us through a nice 5K workout. All right, from here, we're just going to try to touch our toes. Our knees can be bent. Our back can round. Feel a stretch in the back of our legs, but we're just going to dangle. We're going to decompress our spine while getting a stretch in the back of the legs. So I really hope everyone can join. Bring out your friends, your families, let them know. Share it on the website. On the homepage of the website is a countdown, so you know exactly when it is and how long. We also have some DVDs we're going to be releasing, and the DVDs are going to be available for free if you go to our website. Not yet, but later on this week, I believe, if you enter your name and everything, we'll ship you a free workout DVD. So if you don't want to use YouTube or the Facebook, you don't have to. All right, come up. And from there, hands on our hips. We're just going to do that rotation, hip rotate or torso rotation. Keep your hips forward. And now we're just going to keep and hold that stretch to the one side. So we have a lot of awesome things off of moving. We were actually in the newspaper in Marquette today talking about the 4 W's, which is wear a mask, watch your distance, wash your hands, and walk to stay physically active. Switch. So we're trying to promote that as part of our Up and Moving initiative, because the pandemic, unfortunately, is not over yet. So we still have to follow the 4 W's. And even going forward, when the pandemic's over, we want to make sure we're staying physically active, getting that 150 minutes of physical weekly activity. All right, and then just get loose, shake it out. Whew. Awesome job, everybody. If you have any quick questions, I'll stay on for a bit. Let me just log off, but thanks for joining us.